Hey, what's up? Happy Monday. I'm late. It's like 1 in the afternoon. Sorry for being late. I didn't stream like end of week on Friday. I don't remember why. The days all kind of just blend together at this point. I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. I feel like it's just constant, never ending. But yeah. Uh are we live on everything? Are we good? I don't know why these chats like don't work sometimes. This is weird. If you can see the stream, type 1. I need to make sure that this actually works. I also don't wear glasses, by the way. So just going to throw that out. Okay, so we are good. Yeah. Just trying to make sure that this is working. But yeah, good to see everybody. Let's see what's going on. Market seems like it's heating up a lot. I don't actually wear glasses, so that's a thing. These are blue light glasses. You made a bag on useless? Yeah, I'm happy for you. What sucks is that like I made I think like 200 soul on useless when market cap was around like 20 mil. So that bag would have been worth like $500,000 now or something. Honestly, incredible. I feel like it's been like that. There's been a couple coins that you could just hold and they would just go up forever, like House Coin and Tit Coin and Useless. Rich Coin is looking okay. You bought it 8 mil. Yeah, we're gonna take a look at all the coins that launched on Moonshot today too. Yeah, I found useless like I mean, let's put it like this. Like I've found literally every coin that has launched in the past however long, like past couple months. Like I found everything early. I just whether or not I played them well was a totally different scenario. So I played a lot of coins really bad. But yeah, so first and foremost, hope everybody's doing good. And the plan today is hour-long stream. Then I'm gonna take a nap. So I'm just gonna do some. I'm gonna do some work here, and we're gonna hang out, and we're gonna talk about coins, and I'm gonna think about what I'm going to do next in terms of plays and making money and everything. Because I'll say this: like I'm not very sold on where we are right now in the market. Might be hot take, but I don't really buy it if it makes sense. Like Sol is probably getting an ETF. I think that Solana pumped today because Nikita Beer got announced at like he announced that he was let's see, Nikita Beer. He was brought on as the head of product for Twitter. So as you can see right here, this guy is an advisor to Solana. He's been like really involved with like a lot of shit. I think he's like involved with Launchcoin in one way or another too. And he got brought on as head of product, which is I don't even know how old this guy is. But yeah, this guy is like, I don't know how, I don't know this guy's story. I know he built like apps and shit, but this guy's engagement on Twitter and his motion is unbelievable. Like truly crazy. Yeah, this was the dude that, yeah, he's like involved with Launchcoin in one way or another. So I actually think that's part of why Solana pumped. Cause like, let's see the time. What was this? 8 o'clock. Let's see when he announced that he got 11:30. Maybe not. Maybe it was a maybe people already knew. Maybe it was insider. Uh Rich just got listed on Moonshot. How was this not listed on Moonshot before? I played this coin absolutely terribly, I will say. This is incredible, dude. I played this coin probably worse than I've played any other coin. I got fudded out by some dude that was in like another Discord. I don't remember exactly what they said, but somebody was like talking shit about it. New frames. These are blue light glasses. So I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if you guys wear glasses. I've never been one to wear glasses. But the other day, like, I was kind of like, my eyes were kind of blurry. And I didn't know if it was just because like I woke up and it was kind of weird, or, you know, I had to rub my eyes or whatever the case was. But I I didn't I've never like I've worn these before, but it kind of hit me. I was like, what if I'm starting to go blind? Like what if my eyes are starting to get bad? And I don't think they are, because besides like a couple moments here and there, it was weird. But of course they sent, oh my god. Holy fuck. What the dude, what the absolute shit is going on? I'm not in this coin. What am I doing? What the oh my god, bro. I sold for a loss? Yeah, I sold for a loss. Like, I bought here, and then everyone was just nuking it, so I just sold. And then it pumped, and then it dumped, and then it pumped, and then Pal bought, and then the next day it pumped to 7 mil, and then it pumped to 8, and then it dumped, and then now it's literally at fucking whatever. I mean, I had ample time to buy this back, so it's not like it was like, I was looking at the chart. There's this dude Rocky that's in my Discord, and he's the man. And he sent me a screenshot of Rich when it had dumped, and he was like, probably entry, and I was like, I don't know. And then it literally pumped like 2x within the next like 10 minutes here. Mooncoin is also down. So this was also a very brutal hold for me. I made 100 SOL. I made 100 SOL trading Mooncoin. And then I bought back, and then I DCA'd the dip all the way down, and I was down, bro. I was down like, I don't know. 1 second. And then it pumped super hard anyway. So I was down like I made 100 SOL, and then I was down like 120 because I heavily sized in and bought back in. So that one was tough. This is crazy that this is just mass pumping. I just the thing is like I refuse to buy into any sort of pump anymore. I'm only buying like mega dips. I'm only gonna buy when coins look like they're dead. Bro said, "Send me a soul. Let me run it up." Oh my god. Is it a good time to buy Soul to trade? Well, I mean, if you're buying Soul to trade it, then you kind of don't really have a choice about what price you buy Soul at if you don't already own it. But yeah, it looks like Rich is just the coin. It's getting sent over literally everything else. This scam coin. I don't know how many of you guys saw this. Absolute scam. But yeah, my plan is I'm just gonna wait for new plays because so I'm on this like challenge right now. Basically, I wanted to make 500 soul in 90 days, and I am currently up 166 soul in like 5 days. Like I'm trying to make up for like a lot of losses over the last month and then also like continue to make money. So I only need to make 330 more and I still have like 3 months to do it basically. I have like 85 days to do it. The only way that I'm going to be able to complete this challenge though is if I'm actually patient because I'll tell you what happens all the time. I have been making a lot of trades because I'm just bored. Like I won't wait for good entries and I'm just like, I just want to see what'll happen and then I like always lose. Which is why I'm not doing perps right now because that was the same thing. I would like sit there, I'd be like, okay, I'm just going to take a 50-50 on this and it's like I don't really want to be doing that anymore. I just want to be straight like only taking good plays and otherwise I'm 100% like just chilling. Got a question. How can you tell if a coin is on a dip or dumping to zero? Like, what's your personal way of measuring that? Well, generally, if a coin went to 5 or 10 million and it's on like a mega dip down to like 3 or 2 or even below 2, chances are it's going to bounce because there comes a point where people will say, oh, this hit 10 mil. Like, this is, it should bounce like down to 5 or back to 5 or whatever. Like, a good example. And I'll show you guys like something that I've started to do recently. So for example, salami, I lost 135 soul on salami. Why did I lose 135 soul on salami? Well, because I bought salami. Where did I buy? I bought it right here and I bought it like 8 mil and it went up to like 11. And so it topped out 11. I started DCAing and then it just kept dumping and dumping. And then I ended up selling at around like whatever it was, 4.5. because I was like, dude, fuck this. It just keeps dipping. And then what happened? Oh, it ranged. It started to consolidate because the dump ended. And then boom, it pumped all the way back to like 8 or 9. And the thing is that like this did go from like 11 down to what was the low? Like 4, which is like a pretty drastic dump. And the thing is back in the day, these coins, what used to happen is they would bounce a lot faster. But now they're ranging, and a lot of the times they're bouncing back after like a day. So if you want to just chase a coin, you just buy a coin that has a lot of volume that's new because you know everyone's going to buy into it. If you're looking at a coin that went to like 10 or 11 or 15 million or something and it starts to dump like this, you can literally wait 24 to 48 hours and you can just like you don't have to be very quick. You can be very patient with the entry. And I'll give you like an example of like exactly how this worked. So Mooncoin, right? We're gonna look at this again. So I made 100 something soul buying Mooncoin like on the way up here. Um and then I started to buy Mooncoin back around 4 million. But it hadn't had its dump yet. And so what happened was it dumped down to like 3 or 4. And when did I when was this? Yeah. So I bought in, sold, and then I bought too early. I papered, and then I decided to buy back, and then I had to DCA again, and it was the same thing where it like literally dumped all the way down to like 2.4 mil, and it just ranged and ranged and ranged, and then boom, it fucking exploded all the way back to 8. This happens so often now. This has been happening a lot of the time on a bunch of coins. It happened on Pokey 6900 too. So all I'm saying is that this is just what I've noticed. And like, for example, I've been raging really hard. So in the past, I probably would have given up. But I told myself, I was like, okay, this is on Moonshot. I need to give this a little bit more time to like actually play out. And then I did, and it worked. But I also kind of got lucky a little bit because this pump was crazy. Like this was literally a 2.6 mil pump down to up to like 7.7 within like 2 hours. So there's like a couple lessons here. Either if you're buying into a pump, you either need to sell for quick profit or take a quick loss. Like you don't want to get stuck in a position where a coin is going down for like basically 2 days straight and you have to sit there, you miss out on other plays, you have liquidity tied up, and you're fucked basically because you can't do anything except for continue to DCA and wait for an exit pump. So, yeah, I believe the question was like, how do you know that coins aren't going to go to zero? Generally, when coins go to like 10 or 11 million, they're not going to just go to zero without a bounce. It's these coins that are brand new that are only 5 seconds old that pump from 0 to a million that like literally will just go to zero. When you're talking about something that actually made it out and went to like 2 or 3 or 4 to 10 million or whatever, most of the time those coins aren't going to die unless they're bundled and the team is just absolutely dumping and nuking it. A good example of that is XBT, where XBT went from like whatever it was, 30 million all the way down to like I don't even know how low it went. It went down to like 3 without bouncing. It was really really bad. So, what I'm doing moving forward is I'm waiting for plays. I'm going to buy into new stuff and just trade new stuff, whatever is new and has like a great narrative. And then I'm going to look for stuff like this. I'm going to look for plays like this where it's like, all right, it hit 10 mil. All right, it's at 2.5. Maybe I'll buy or something. So, yeah. Anyway, hope that's helpful. A coin I'm in just dumped from like 6 to 2.5. I'll listen to the advice. Well, what was the coin? Because that also like matters a lot. Let's see what else is going on. Chill House is pumping. Look at this. 25 mil all the way down to 12, and now it's pumping. Yeah, so let me know what your guys' thoughts are if you have any questions on stuff like that, because I'm kind of starting to notice a shift in what's happening and the way that coins are moving and stuff. And what I've noticed about myself is what I do is I'm very like stuck in a certain mindset of wanting to trade a certain way. Like I'm trying to trade dips because I feel like I can time them, but like I can't. Fucking launch coin, man. The fact that I had like barely made money on this coin irks me so hard. And Solo is up like $500,000 on this shit. Solo put 500K into launch coin at 90 mil and is up $500,000 within 5 days. You have PTSD from high caps. Every time I've aped something in the millions, I've gotten wrecked. How do I escape this mindset? It just depends on what it is. And you have to buy, if there's a coin in millions, like you have to buy it on a dip. Like, I rarely, unless it's like escape velocity, like absolutely mooning. If there's a coin, like, let's say, for example, Rich is mooning, right? Like, Rich is absolutely mooning. It was mooning yesterday. It went up to like 11 mil. It dumped all the way down to 5. You would have been wanting to try to buy around 5 to 6, maybe even lower. You don't buy a coin like Rich. Like, you don't buy a coin like this unless it goes back down to like 7. Like, in my opinion, because I feel like you have to view it from a risk to return standpoint of, if I'm putting in this much money here, like if you buy it 13 million, how much higher are you expecting it to go? To 20? That's a 50% gain. You need it to go to like 26 for it to be 100%. And if you're buying the top of a coin like this, knowing that it's likely going to dip again, are you okay and willing with buying a coin like this at 13 and then waiting and like sitting in it and being down if it dumps down to like 8 or 9? Do I think Rich has the legs to go past 100 million? I think everyone is comparing Rich to House because Lexapro is pushing it really hard. And so I think everyone is trying to, this is, if you had to ask my honest opinion, I think that Lexapro has done a really good job at picking good memes and helping push them. He is a bag worker. He wants to publicly talk about his coins and he wants them to pump. And he has done a good job. And I think that what probably happened with House or any of these other, I think, well, let's just say House. Like, House had a run to 100 mil. That's successful in my eyes. I think it did really well, and I think a lot of other people would say that that coin did really well too. The thing that sucks is that House is now dead. And I think what if I had to guess, and I haven't talked to him about this. If I had to guess, the goal with this rich coin is like, okay, let's bundle the whole fucking coin. Like, let's literally just have so much of the coin, a huge percent of the coin. I don't know how bundled it is, but this thing is at 13 million with 4,000 holders. That's like ridiculously low holder count for a coin with a market cap this high. The real market cap of this coin is probably closer to like 3 or 4. And so what I'm assuming is that he's probably like, I'm not touching anything unless it is bundled to the tits and he knows that the coin is not going to get dumped. That's my thought. Because that's how I would think about it. If I was going to push, like, there were people that were like, why don't you push Pokey 6900? And the reason why is because I had no control over it. Like, I didn't know who had control over certain wallets. Like, why would I go and put my reputation on the line to push a coin when I had like 0.5% of it? Like, that could have gotten rinsed under me so hard, and I couldn't. There's nothing that I could have done about it. So those are kind of my overall thoughts. And by the way, I could be wrong, but like, I'm just saying that from my perspective, like, if I was going to be pushing a coin publicly, I would want the coin to be bundled, and I would want to know that that supply is saved so that I can't get fucked. If we are going to assume, let's assume that 70% of the supply of this token is bundled to absolute tits. Let's just say 70%. That's probably high. Let's say it's even 50%. The actual market cap of this coin is only 6. Like, this 13 mil market cap makes it seem a lot higher than it is, but this is a very bundled token. I should just look and see how bundled it is, but I'm kind of being lazy right now. What is this? Why are they pumping this back? This is getting a nice scam. Need a fuck you runner. Oh, yeah. So that's why this is pumping. I remember. Did I trade either of these? Nope. So you would go with the OG here, right? I'm right about people buying it up once the price hits an acceptable level. Well, it's like it's support. And so like let's take a look at this. And I'm going to show you guys, I'm going to give you guys some game that people are not talking about. So let's take a look at just Fib itself, right? Let's talk. If you look at this right here, right? Let's say that. So this would have been the top, right? Call it here. Let's say that you put it right here. When this coin topped out at 10 mil, so this was the top, it bounced right off of this level, this 0.5 level. A good place to have bought this would have been this 0.5 level or this 0.618 level. So you start your buys here, and if it goes lower, then you DCA here. Like, these are good levels to have bought, and it bounced right off. Like, it literally bounced directly off. Now, if you ask me, like, what would, if let's say that this tops out, right? What would be like a good entry for this now? Well, you would want to wait for it to ideally go back to like 6 or 7. Or if we're going by the top of the wick, call it 7 and like 5.5. Why might you go from the, well, because of this. This is technically the top. The top was like right here, like right up here. And so if you just go strictly off of this, now not every coin is going to go, not every coin is going to be exactly like perfect TA, Fibonacci, whatever. But it helps you a lot. And there's this tweet from, I think my favorite trader has got to be this Tenders guy. This guy is fucking insane. I love this guy. This guy's like the best trader ever. As mentioned in a previous thread, most of my trades will focus on the 5 situations. The first, and he goes over like all these different fibs, and he basically explains and shows exactly what I'm saying. Like, he did the same thing. Like, he's saying, look, oh wow, it fucking hit this certain range and then it bounced off. And he's explaining like exactly how to trade basically a coin that is already out and established. This guy, I'm just going to say this. You will make more money and you will learn more and you will be a better trader paying attention to what I'm saying, but also what this guy is saying in terms of buying established coins than you will ever, like, what you'll make way more money than if you would ever just are trenching new pairs. Like 1,000,000%. If you get good at just learning how these bigger coins move and you have the patience to be able to wait and enter and exit at the right times, like, you don't have to, like, these trades take longer, but it is how it is. So yeah, everyone's got to read this. This is like the best tweet ever. I am considering taking another position in here, by the way. I want to see if this dumps down to like 3. But it looks like it's probably going to start consolidating, and then I feel like it's going to go back up. Like, I have a feeling that this is going to do something like this. Where it like it wicks down like under 3.5 or like right around here, and then it just like pumps back. I don't think that I don't think that Moonshot is done pumping their coins, but it does seem like they're not, unless this was like them pumping it. I'd really want to see Moonshot starting to like actually pump their coins. Kind of like what Bonk is doing. I like the Bonk guys. They're out here shilling their bags so hard on a daily basis. Like, it's crazy. Am I still bearish? I was actually having this conversation the other day. So, am I bearish? Let's put it like this. I would not be surprised if the market kept going up. I just don't like it as an entry because of everything that I'm basically saying about like just everything that I'm saying about buying coins on dips. Like, this is literally all-time high of crypto. All-time high of crypto is $4,000 away from Bitcoin right here. I don't want to be buying up here. I want to be buying down here. And so my thing is that like I wouldn't be surprised if everything goes back up. It's just not I feel like it's too risky to be in the market at this stage. And if you are bullish on the market, like I'll put it like this. If there were plays that I saw that I liked, I'd put like 10% of my net worth into it or whatever. Like I will not go 90% crypto again until something really bad happens. But I wouldn't be surprised if alts, like specific altcoins, did catch a bid. I wouldn't be surprised if like Bitcoin did go up to 120K. I wouldn't be surprised if Solana went up to like 170, but yeah, I still think that it's a risky spot. Missed the end of the fib stuff, but absolutely goated explanation of how that works. Gonna slap that. Okay. Let me look at salary. Salary. So what's your average entry on this? Cause yeah, I mean this is like a really good example of like, oh well dude, if your entry is 200K, then you're still in profit. This sell-off looks really bad. There's low volume. Now that this coin is dumped, like I could see it maybe dumping a little bit more and then ranging and then popping back up. If this were 6 months ago, 8 months ago, something like that, this coin would be bouncing so hard. On a dump like this, it would dump and dump and dump, and then it would just immediately bounce back to 5. The thing is these days when dumps happen, you have so much time to buy. You can wait forever. Like literally forever. You can wait as long as you want. And if you miss an entry, it doesn't matter because there's going to be another opportunity on a different coin that you could catch if you miss what the entry that you would really want on something like this. But yeah, I haven't seen anything really about this. I've seen people shill it to me, but I don't really know too much about it. JS posted on his Telegram, the best coins are the ones that piss people off who are sidelined the higher they go. Useless, fart coin, etc. Yeah. Well, I think the reason why these coins, I think the reason why that's true is because the more people are mad that they missed a trade, And the higher that something goes, the more attention it gets. The more attention it gets, the more buyers it gets. So it's like the best marketing on anything is price go up. If the price is going up on anything, it's going to piss people off because most people missed it. So yeah, I mean it totally makes sense. The more people have this feeling of like I could have been in this trade or I could have made this money, like the word cuz there are people where if I want you to think about this. There are people if they bought into a coin at 5 million and they sold it 8 million and then it goes to 200 million, they will literally lose sleep because they are thinking about how their 10 SOL that they put in at 5 million and then sold for a 5 SOL profit could have ended up being like whatever 500 SOL or whatever that math ends up like being. And so you have to think that like I don't think this way. Like I made 200 SOL on useless. If I had held, I would have made 2000, right? But I don't I don't ever sit and think about that because I never would have held useless to 200 mil. I only would have I would have if realistically I was super bullish on useless, I would have sold it at 60 to 80 because I would have compared it to Titcoin or House and I would have been like, no way does this pass like, 100 mil or go to 200. Like, there, I just know me. And so it's like, even if I had traded a coin like useless and held it, then there's no way that I would have held it that long, even if I had like insane conviction on it. And that's why I think that statement about what JS said is true, because you have to think that like there were a lot of people that bought useless low. There were a lot of people that bought Fartcoin low, and they will lose sleep thinking about how that was their shot. They bought the tokens and they papered it because they suck. And so people will just lose their mind over stuff like that. That's just how it is. And the higher it goes and the more upset people get about the fact that they fumbled a huge bag, like the better coins generally seem to do. So yeah. What do you guys think about all that? Today has probably been one of my most like actual me being serious streams and trying to help. Have I heard the news about the real OG useless today? It's 180K now. It was made before the 200 mil useless coin. Yeah, nobody cares about the coin that's at 180K when one is at 220 million and the bonk team literally holds a massive percent of it and they're constantly pushing it. Like nobody gives a fuck about the OG when there's one that's at 200 mil. Do you know how many Pepe coins launched before the one that went to 10 billion? Like so many of them. Nobody's sitting around saying, "Oh, do you remember the OG Pepe? Like it lost. No one cares." What are my thoughts on USD UC? It's a weird ticker, but Slinger has been doing a really good job pushing it. And I personally do not own it, and I do not know how high a coin like that could go, but I understand it, and I feel like I missed the trade. This 26 million area is like very weird. I much prefer to trade things that are in like the 5 to 10 to 15 million range. Once it gets up to 26, it's like, all right, now it needs to go to 50 to make like good money on it. Like it could, it definitely could, and it might. I just don't know. Chill House topped at 25 mil, right? Damn, even Troll's coming back. Not bad. Not bad. Is salary good? I don't really know too much about it. I'm not gonna buy it. The useless coin that's at 200 mil literally copied the logo and everything from the one at 180K. Okay. The job is already done here. Like it's it's way past that. The coin's at 200 mil. It won. And by the way, I don't really care what was first. Nobody cares what was first. It can vamp. Yeah, good luck with that. I want you to think about this real quick. The entire bonk team with the bonk launchpad and all the biggest bonk whales are all piling all of their money and have chosen full support of this coin that is at 200 million. There is zero chance, because like I want you to think about it like this. Let's say that I need to come up with like a good example. Let's say that Coinbase. I don't know if you guys remember. There was like a Miggles coin, and it went to like 120 mil or something like that, and it went like absolutely crazy. Nobody would have ever cared. Nobody cares about. I'll tell you this: nobody cares anyway. Like it just doesn't even matter. Like nobody gives a single fuck about the first Pepe that ever launched. Nobody gives a fuck about the first whatever. I don't even know why I'm wasting my time talking about this. So just not gonna happen. Wow, this actually went to 2.5 mil. Wow, that's so crazy. Let's see if there's a worthless that launched. Oh, wow, that's crazy. This worthless is 9 days old. It's at 37K. Why isn't everyone going and buying this one? It was the first one. This one was first. Why is this one not mooning? I was in useless at like 4 mil. Yeah, I was in super early. Useless was actually probably one of my biggest fumbles in a long time because I had 1%. I had 1% at like 18 mil or something. Like I had such a huge percentage of that. But I would have definitely papered it because I made all my money before it went down to 6. Like when it went down to 6 mil, that was crazy. I can't even believe that happened. And I also can't believe that happened 2 weeks ago. Do you guys think that the reason why Useless went down to 6 mil is because everyone was worried about there being an OG out there and everyone got scared that the OG was going to take it over? You know, before it ran to 220 million? I just realized I haven't been listening to music this entire time. Also, do you know how many coins in the history of crypto have gone to 220 million? It's really not that many. I feel like when someone holds that much of supply, a lot of people hold off of buying. So maybe you selling too early contributed to the coin. Well, Cooker had more than me, and he didn't sell or split wallets or anything. So he cooked on that. I feel like people used it as it was more of like a bullish thing, actually. Like people thought it was really bullish. But yeah, the coins that I'm going to be looking at, Mooncoin, I want entry at 3.5 million. Let's see. Gore is kind of like it's holding up, but it's like old news. Damn, I cooked on Gore. If only I didn't fucking give back all my profit to Salami. Um, if Mask continues to dump, if it goes down to like 5 mil again, I'd probably buy a bag of this. K-Led, I'm actually highly considering buying this as well. I think this could probably run. This has just been surrounded by FUD, but Launchcoin is finally starting to pump more. So, Bow Bow. I don't know how good I feel about this, but the Bonk team is really pushing a lot of these coins. And like Icon, like they push this super hard. Man, this pumped. This pumped super hard. What is this? Oh, an Elon tweet? Yeah, miss me with that. Fuck that. Man, if we could get a Elon tweet coin to go to 1 million or 2 million, maybe we are back. Maybe the market is super back. Yeah, the Bonk team is definitely gonna. They know what they're doing. I am in a group chat with Tom, and Tom was basically talking about like how like much they have been wanting to support good CTO teams and shit. We need a new jelly. Man, the jelly pump was like incredible. You're talking 0 to 250 or 200 whatever mil in the course of what was it? 12 hours? 6 hours? Like it was so fast. And then it died. It literally went down only. Oh wow. I really hate Elon tweet coins now though, so I'm not even going to bother. America Party. Oh man. Yeah, I hate coins like this so much. Oh, what, dude? Damn, 600K. Wait. Yeah, I'm not buying any of these. Fuck this. I hate this. If I would buy this if this goes to like 150K, like full rug. Man, I can't wait for this post nap stream. It's gonna hit so hard. Post stream nap is what I meant to say. Yeah, this is the most volume that I think I've seen a new coin have in a very, very long time. Was this the first one? Or no? Was this first? We need to find the first one. Because the first one's the one that matters. Yeah, I'm actually noticing that I have less of a headache on stream right now because I'm wearing these glasses. Yeah, I guess this would have been like a good quick flip play, but I don't know. I really don't. I don't like buying these coins because I know how fast people move on from stuff like this. You know, this monkey coin could also do well. Also, monkey phone. Wow, they really let cum shot coin die. That might be a bid. Maybe they bring it back. Cum shot coin. God. I wonder how low this goes. 150K. Can I time the absolute stone cold bottom of this? The stone cold. The absolute pico schmico. Did they dump it down? You're not touching that knife? Yeah, but like if it goes to 100K with all this volume, that'd be an easy flip. Maybe. I don't know. I shouldn't really be even considering. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it even if I'm on stream. I don't really care. It makes no sense for me to be buying any of this stuff. It's so frustrating. Damn, this is a cool Pokemon set. I have not seen that. Well, I'll say this. This is good stuff for the trenches, though. You gotta love to see that. Coins that have volume, that's always good. So yeah, I'd be looking at like 7 mil for an entry on Rich. Otherwise, I'll just be a sideline bitch. Yeah, there has been some good plays today, but I have to be very careful because I'm not going to get myself into this. I am literally going to be overthinking every single coin and position that I take, and I am not going to be jumping into anything too early. I just refuse to do it. Wow, that was really the dip at 230K. Oh, wow. Damn. That was free. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. We might be back. What a pump. All right, let's see what else is pumping today. SPX 6900. No. Does this tap a million? I don't think so, but if today is good enough, it might. 800K volume is kind of crazy. In this economy, it's nuts. All right, here's where it gets dumped to actual zero. All right, bros. I think I'm done for the day. Quick stream. I got on a little bit late. That's my bad. I wanted to come on and say hey, get some good clips, help out where I could. But yeah, I'm gonna hop off. Yeah. Hopefully this was a good stream. Hopefully it was helpful. I'm tired. Like I didn't get a lot of good sleep. I went grocery shopping this morning, trying to do a couple things for Kanto and everything, whatever. But yeah, I'm pretty tired today. So I'm gonna hop off. But yeah, thank you guys for pulling up to the stream. And I'm gonna try to get on in the mornings.